Hi there, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Rich. Welcome to my channel. Lately, I've been unboxing and reviewing all sorts of different products for content creation, from wireless microphones to handheld gimbals and even lighting equipment. And today, I've got another light for you. And I picked this one up specifically because I needed something a little bit more versatile. This is the Sutefoto P100 bicolor light, and this light is adjustable from 2800 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin. You can use it indoors by plugging it in or outdoors by using Sony NPF batteries. So let's get this out of the box and check it out. When we first open the box, inside we find what looks to be a nice carry case, and that's everything that's in the box. Just set that over here. Nice little padded handle. You can see that it says Sutefoto right on the front of it. And oh, how thoughtful. They even thought to include some straps, so maybe you can put your light stand right here on the top here and strap that down. Very cool. Unzip it, and we find in the top portion here, there is an AC adapter. Let's get that out of here. And the cable for that. There is a nice little Velcro strap for your cable as well. Then we have a little strap to carry the bag. It goes on these little D-rings on the side. A little protector, a little foam protector here. We have a user's manual right here. And here is the reflector. And it is a Bowens mount reflector. And then on the other side, it looks like this must be the light. So let's check this out right here. This is the Sutefoto P100 bicolor light. It's very, very light. Feels very plasticky, but it's probably why it's so light. You can see on the side here, you got your place for the NPF batteries. It takes 2 of them. We have a nice little digital display back here. You plug it in here and you change the dimmer and the settings here. You've got an on-off switch for the DC or battery power, up for the battery, down for the DC power. Very cool. Let me see how this goes on here. And just push it on and churn, and that's how you put the reflector on. Now that we've got everything out of the box, let me put this on a stand, plug it in, and let's give it a try. Well, I've gone ahead and mounted the Sutefoto P100 to a light stand, and I've got it right here next to my camera. And I wanted to show you guys what the difference is even when you're outside, when you add just a little bit of extra light. I've set the light to 10%. I put on the NPF batteries, and obviously you can see this is without light, and this is with the light. What do you guys think? I'm going to raise the brightness up a little bit because this is actually a very, very bright light. And you can probably see right now I'm getting brighter and brighter and brighter. I can't tell what it is right now, but this is very, very bright. But in a situation where I needed just a little bit more light, this is awesome, especially outdoors. Let's check out the back of the Sutefoto P100. Now, at the top here, you can see you have a nice little carry handle, a nice little space for that. And on the left side, we have the port for the power adapter. On the right side, we have a power switch. Now, if you push it down, it turns on with the power adapter. And if you push it up, you turn it on with the battery. So I'm going to head turn it on. I've got the batteries attached right now. And on the left side, we have our knob to change the settings for like the effects and the channel, things like that. And on the right side, we have our dimmer. Now, the one thing I will say here is it does have an LCD screen, but I am outdoors at the moment and I can barely see the screen here. I can kind of see that it says I'm at 10%, and you know, I can, if I raise the numbers, but it's really, really hard to see in the daylight. Now, if I'm inside, I'm going to show you that when it's darker and I'm indoors, this is not going to be a problem. But outdoors in the sunlight, obviously, I can't really see what's on the screen. So it's kind of something I hope that in the next version of this light that they fix and make this display a little bit easier to see and a lot brighter. Real quickly, I just wanted to show you that the sun is no longer directly on the screen or overhead. It's actually going down at the moment. And as you can see, the screen is now much more legible in the daylight. I can definitely see that my color temperature is set to 5800. I'm going to lower that down to 56. And I can now see where my light is set to. So that's actually pretty cool. It doesn't appear to be an issue. However, the mount is all made of plastic, and over time this might break. So I would also hope that in future versions of this light, they make this out of metal instead of plastic. But, you know, cost savings have to come somewhere. And because everything here is plastic, this is just another point to save money. And that's why this light is so affordable. Well, it's nighttime, and I thought I would bring the light out to show just how incredibly bright this is. Now, I'm shooting this on a Sony a7S III, and these cameras basically see in the dark. So I've got the ISO set to auto ISO because if I set it at anything, like 12,800, for example, it's just going to get completely blown out the minute I turn the light on. So hopefully this looks correct. Now, right now I've got the app on as well, connected, and when I raise the intensity to 1%, look how bright this actually gets. So now this is at 1%. This is a really bright light. Now, take a look at the background. You can see that it lights it up pretty nicely. And if I bring this all the way up to 100%, it's blindingly bright. And, you know, now you can see everything in the background. It's pretty wild. So let me bring it all the way back down. I'm going to bring it down to 1% for now. It's good enough. And let's change the color temperature. So right now I'm at 5600. I'm going to bring it down to 2800, and look what that does. It's a nice orange light. This could be used to warm things up considerably, like a fire or something like that. And if I bring it all the way up to 10,000, you can see how cold it gets. Ooh, it must be freezing in here. Let's go back down to 5600, and I'll switch over and show you guys the effects. Okay, so now this is back to 5600. Now again, this is with the light off, and this is just at 1%. So, this is a really nice bright light. Okay, so switch over to the effects. Now, in the app, I'm on the lightning setting, and what I notice here is that you have to press on the actual button to trigger them. So you just saw it flash when I switched over to the effects, but when I press lightning, for example, there you go, I get a nice lightning effect. Boom, thunder, lightning. And now I'm by a fire, warming myself up in the warm glow. Very cool, I think. And how about some fireworks? Pretty neat, right? Okay, how about a broken bulb? This is what that looks like. And then we've got the old standby, somebody's watching TV, and you've got that nice little flicker going on. Paparazzi, this is gonna look like somebody's taking pictures. Nice little flash. And that's the effects. So let me go back to it. So what do you guys think? I think this is a really nice bright light. Let me show you the back of the unit now so we can see it, and I'll show you what the display looks like at night. So when you're inside or in the dark, you can clearly see the display that I was unable to see in the sunlight. And you can see how I've got my settings right now at 5600 and I'm at 0%. Now you can see the background right behind the light here. And when I start to bring up the brightness, you can see what it does to the background. And, like when I get up to like 15%, it's really bright. If I go all the way up to 100%, for example, look how bright that actually is. This is literally at, it tops out at 80% when you're using the batteries. And I think that's more than bright enough, actually. I mean, look at that tree right there. Look at that table or in that chair right there. It's pretty bright. So let me bring it back down. And just for example, with it off, you can't even see the tree. You can't see the tree that's right there, and you really have a hard time seeing the table and chairs that are right over there. So anyway, you can see That's 5600 Kelvin, and my percentage, you know. And of course, you know, if I want to switch it to effects, I can just tap on the effects button, and there we go. So there's our lightning effect, and I can of course change that with the dials and the buttons, but I think I'm just going to keep it there for now. Once again, this is the Sutefoto P100 bicolor light. What did you guys think of this? I think this light is actually really, really cool, and I love the fact that it can take these NPF batteries to power it, so you can use this light anywhere, anytime when you're on the go, whenever you might need a little bit more light. That is awesome and amazing. I will make a suggestion. If you're going to use it on battery power, that you go and buy the larger capacity NPF batteries, because if you use the small ones, it's probably going to die fairly quickly, especially if you need to raise the brightness to a high level. So just go out and buy the big batteries, and it should last you as long as you need. I also like that it has an app to control it, because once you put it on a light stand and it's up in the air, you're not going to have to get up on a ladder every time you want to adjust the brightness or the settings or the color, whatever it might be. So the fact that it has an app is also really, really cool. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing so you can see more of my videos as I release them. I hope everybody's doing well out there, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.